Hey everybody, it's Angie from Trips with Angie, and I am here on the Seabourn Encore after a 14-night cruise from Hong Kong to Singapore, exploring the Philippines, Taiwan, and Malaysia. I can't wait to tell you all about it. In this video, I'm going to show you around the ship and give you our reviews and maybe some tips and tricks to make the most of your Seabourn experience. And as always, I would love to book your next Seabourn cruise. You can just email Angie at tripswithangie.com to find out what the current offers are. All right, here we go. We'll start the tour down here on deck 4 forward. This is where the medical facility is located. They posted the open hours in the daily program. Deck 4 was also where we disembarked the ship in many of the ports, so they had towels and refillable water bottles to take with us wherever we went. If we head down the hallway in deck 4, we'll find the restaurant. The restaurant is the included fine dining option on the Seabourn Encore. They have dinner each evening and they had lunch on some sea days. You can see it's a beautiful dining room. We actually didn't eat here. We found it a little bit fussy. I will share where we ate and had some tremendous meals. Heading up to deck 5, we're going to find the self-service laundry room. Self-service laundry is included. You can see they have 5 washers and 5 dryers. Definitely keep an eye on the timing, because you want to be there to get your clothes out. They also have irons and steamers available in the laundry room. You will have your iron or steamer confiscated at the port if you try to bring it on board. They're just concerned about the fire risk. They have laundry baskets available as well as detergent if you want to use that included. And then here's just a closer look at the detergent just in case you may have some sensitive skin and just want to know what's in it. Heading back around the beautiful spiral staircase here on deck 5, we are going to head towards the club. Now, the Seabourn Encore launched in 2016. It carries 600 passengers in 300 suites and 450 crew. Now, if the spiral staircase is not your gig, there is another staircase tucked right here behind the main set of elevators. I found it much easier to go up and down these, especially when we were trying to get to port, than going up and down the spiral staircase. There is outdoor access on deck 5, but it is not a deck you can walk around. It's not a proper promenade deck, so a lot of people just walked around on the upper deck above the pool. I'll show you that a little bit later in the tour. You saw the lifeboats outside there. The muster drill was very easy upon boarding. We just had to go and check in at our muster station. They just checked our card and we had to listen to an announcement and watch a video. So very simple muster drill aboard the Seabourn Encore. Here, just outside the club, you'll find the casino. The casino is only open when the ship is at sea, so it had pretty limited hours on our sailings because we had a lot of port time and only a few sea days, but it has everything you need for a casino. There were definitely people playing, especially like blackjack, late in the evening. The club is the late evening location. There's a live band that plays each night. There's also that little jukebox in the corner that you can pick your own songs if there isn't a live band playing, so that was kind of fun. You can see the dance floor there. We didn't have a ton of dancers on our cruise, but the ones that did were really good, especially the ballroom dancers. So that was kind of fun. Out here, there's going to be a deck area. I don't know that a lot of people knew this was here. It was kind of a hidden gem. One thing to know about it, though, is there isn't a lot of service down here. Sometimes people will come down and just check and make sure, but the bar inside the club doesn't open till the late afternoon. But it has a great pool. You have the 2 whirlpools, plenty of shade. This is really the spot if you want shade or if you want chairs that aren't chaise loungers. They have a self-service bar with sodas. You can also get sunscreen, sunglasses, wipes, water. You have a shower, towels. So if you just want a chill experience, this is a great location here on deck 5 all the way at the back of the ship. Heading up to deck 6, we'll sneak in the back door of the theater. This is where the daily lectures took place as well as the evening shows. And they had a Broadway style show with all different kinds of singers. There was an issue with our production cast, so we didn't have the same number of production shows that I think other sailings had, but they did a really good job. They were good singers. It was lively. They had great graphics. So I think if you would go on this in a future sailing where they had more production shows available, you would enjoy it. The one thing I hate in this theater, though, is the sight lines. I don't know who designed this. Everywhere you sit, there is a column that you have have to try to peer around, except if you're basically in the front row. And that is really annoying, especially since these shows did fill up. These shows were really popular. People came to them all the time. And then here's just an example of the lectures that we got each day. The shore excursion director did a tremendous overview of each port. We also had 3 different lecturers on board. Oh, by the way, the correct name of this space is the Grand Salon. I just call it the theater because it's a theater. But the lectures we had were really good. So the 2 I heard were the reporter and the diplomat, and they just provided so much color commentary on the ports we were going to and added a lot to the journey. Back to the elevator bank, we're going to go up to deck 7 through the magic of video and head into Seabourn Square. Now, around the elevator is where you're going to look for bathrooms if you need them. The Seabourn Square has a high-end jewelry store. This is also where you'll find the shore excursions desk, the future cruise desk, and the guest services desk. So this is really where you come if you need help with anything on board. It also has the Seabourn Cafe, where in the evenings and afternoons you can find terrific gelato flavors. These are different than the ones upstairs. You have sweet and savory treats in the afternoon or for breakfast. And then, of course, your favorite barista making Americanos, lattes, matcha lattes. You can order via the app to have the order ready for pickup. They have to-go cups and also just your regular stay there and enjoy. This was our favorite place to come in the morning. We'd come and grab a coffee and a matcha latte and head out to see where we were that day, whether it was at sea or pulling into a port. It has a nice shaded area. There's also heat out here, so if you're on a cold weather sailing, it can kind of take the edge off. There is a smoking area on the starboard side of this outdoor deck. All right, we're out of Seabourn Square. We're heading back towards the spiral staircase midship, and we're going to check out another one of the shops, and it's going to be empty. So about halfway through our cruise, they announced that there was going to be a final day to shop about 4 days before we arrived back into Singapore, because they were swapping out all of the items in the shop. So they had one last final sale, and then they cleared everything out. I guess they were just changing for the season. They have a whole new set of items for 2025 ready to restock the shops with. Across the way on the other side is the meeting place. This is one of the meeting rooms on board. For instance, when we were in Hong Kong, we had to have our temperature taken, and so we had to go there to have that done. Now, heading down the hallway, we're going to walk through all these sets of suites, because remember, these are all suites on board, towards the very, very front of deck number 7. It's kind of a hidden little gem that you can actually access the bow deck, and they have a special surprise there for you. So you just keep going all the way forward. You feel like you're going the wrong way, but eventually, if you just keep going, you will end up at this door. So you want to go through this door. Wait for it. Here we are. So you head down this little hallway. On your left is going to be a bathroom. Watch your step going over this threshold. And here you found a whirlpool. That's a special treat. And this huge deck. Now, this is all sun. There is no shade, but it's an incredible place to watch sailing in and out of port. You can be in the whirlpool. Definitely check it out. All right, up to deck number 8, we're going to the Sushi restaurant. This is included. You cannot make reservations here. It was open for lunch every day and dinner every day. Lunch is very competitive, so you want to be there right when it opens, or then try to come like 45 or 50 minutes later as the tables are turning over. You can sit at the sushi bar or one of the tables. Lunch has a more limited menu, but I loved the ramen. It was a miso ramen, really well flavored, and the dumplings. So sometimes they had special dumpling each day to try. For dinner, I think we tried everything on the menu. They had a really good hamachi and scallop dish. That sauce was so good. They also had a salmon tataki with a really good dill sauce, blanched vegetables that were very well seasoned. And then they called this the new sashimi, where they paired sashimi with really interesting chili sauces. The barbecued eel was very good, very well done, very tender, great barbecue flavor. And then just the regular sushi was good as well. So you have lots of great sushi options on board. You can eat there every night if you wanted to, but you may have to wait some nights because there are no reservations. Back to the spiral staircase, headed towards the aft or back of the ship. We pass a very large vase, our favorite form midship elevators, and we come to Solis. Solis is a new concept to Seabourn. It replaces the Thomas Keller restaurant. It is a Mediterranean menu, so think a lot of fishes, hummus, great lemon citrus flavors. And now I'm going to tell you a secret that I'm kind of sad to tell you. There is a lounge just outside the restaurant that is open to anyone. It had a phenomenal piano player called Deborah during our stay. You can get the specialty cocktails that are just to Solis, and you don't have to have a dinner reservation. Yes, you do need a reservation to dine here. You can make one in advance. You can make additional ones once on board based on availability. I will give you a tip if you're willing to dine late. That gives you an advantage. When you sit down, they bring you a beautiful bread service with different types of tapas. I got the fried eggplant and zucchini, and it was phenomenal. I also really loved the tuna carpaccio. This was very flavorful with the arugula. The spatzel with the pesto sauce was lovely. And then we had the whole baked fish. So salt encrusted whole fish. It's carved to order. And then they had a lovely strawberry meringue dessert. So we ate there a couple times. We really enjoyed it. If the weather is accommodating, you can sit outside on the back deck. You can see here they had taken everything down. We had very windy nights, so we weren't really able to eat out there unless the ship was docked at the pier, but that's a great option as well. Now, you can sneak around the side and go up these outdoor staircases. This is a great way to go from deck to deck without having to go all the way back to the central staircase. Coming up on here, we'll find the outdoor dining for the Colonnade. It was kind of weird that the Colonnade outdoor seating was open when the Solis wasn't, but that's not my department. Anyway, the Colonnade is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These outdoor seats are hot commodities, especially for breakfast and lunch on a beautiful day. Heading inside, we'll see the gelato station. A lot of people miss this, so even if you eat inside, definitely come check that out. So inside, it's a mix of buffet and a la carte. So for breakfast and lunch, they will have the buffet set up, and I'm going to show you what that looks like set up. And then you'll be able to order off a small menu a la carte. Dinner is a la carte unless they announce it as a buffet. So we had a beautiful dinner here with beef carpaccio, a lovely Caesar salad with anchovies, which is my favorite. The pesto pasta was delicious. They have a pasta every night. It's so good. And then this was the best ossobuco I've ever had. So if they have ossobuco, definitely go. And they'll post on the board every day what the special dinner is. So here's a look at the breakfast buffet. So you can see the buffet is quite extensive. You have your charcuterie with your cheeses and meats. You also have your dry cereals. They have really everything you could want for breakfast. They have cut up vegetables, tomatoes, the smoked salmon, and like I said, they have all your different types of dry cereals, a number of different types of milk. So if you're lactose intolerant, you do have some options. They have granola with special toppings, and then you have your hot items. So English breakfast, American breakfast, all of those things are covered. 3 different types of sausages every day. They'll toast all the different types of bread for you. They do have bagels. They also had beautiful fresh fruit on our sailing. Your other options for breakfast and lunch are room service or the Patio. The Patio is the restaurant out here next to the pool. It's all outdoors. Some is shaded, some is not. And you have a buffet for breakfast and lunch with a small a la carte menu. They have a special every day. One is an omelet and one is a toast with different toppings. You can get juices and smoothies. They make them in advance, but they're refreshed quickly. They write them all on the board just above. These are the yogurts. If you want yogurts, you ask them to pour it for you, and then you can get all the different types of toppings for the yogurts. Then they have some hot items. They had a potato bake every day. They have breads. They had a quiche 2 different types of quiche every day, and different types of muffins. Dinner is a la carte, and we ate most of our dinners here. These scallops were the best scallops I've ever had. Go to the Patio on the night. They have scallops. They have a baked camembert dessert every evening. That's absolutely delicious, and it looks so beautiful at night. So it's all lit up. You have special pasta dishes, fish dishes. It really is a great place to go for dinner. Definitely try it. It's so nice to eat outdoors. Now here's a peek at the pool deck during the day. You can see that's the patio seating there in the front with the chaise lounges behind it. This seating was very popular because it is in the shade, and then obviously you do have the option for sun with umbrellas that you can put up and down. If it's too windy, they won't put it up. They did a really sweet thing, and they went and got Filipino beer on shore so everyone could try Filipino beer while we were in port. And then here's the very popular pool bar. The bartenders here are great. Shout out to William and Erie. We love them so much. You can get frozen drinks here. They have special frozen drinks of the day. You could see them whirling around back there. That this is just a closer look at the brands. I know sometimes people have a question about what brands are included. Now heading towards the front of the ship, we're going to head down the hallway of deck 9 and actually go check out our cabin. We were in a V4 veranda suite here on deck 9, cabin number 916. I forgot our cabin number. Here we are, cabin 916, a V4 veranda. So as you walk in, you can see it's a suite. It has the 2 separate areas. You do need a card to put in to turn the electricity on. Heading into the bathroom has 3 different light fixtures, and I love that they have a night setting. So if you turn off the right 2 ones, it has a night setting available. I love that they use real bath rugs instead of having to use towels. You have a lot of storage there on the side with the 3 different shelves available. It does have a shaver plug, and then you have all different kinds of bath products. So here is the shower gel, here is a lotion of that flavor or scent, as some people like to call it. You have the separate sinks. You have a clothesline that runs all the way across the tub. The tub was a bit small. I think it's so interesting that they keep the tubs. Now, here are the other options for scents. So they'll give you a number of options for shower gel scents, depending on what you like. Then you go to your teeny tiny shower. This is the one thing I don't like about Seabourn bathrooms. These showers are so small for a suite on a luxury cruise line. I really think they can do better. But there's the shampoo and the conditioner, the scent of the day. They also bring you 4 different types of soap. You can choose between that when you arrive. You have a handheld shower as well as the overhead shower. And again, it's just a little bit small for us. Heading into the suite, you have a nice little vanity area here. I thought this was a good use of space. I pulled the hairdryer out of the closet. There's a small drawer there to put your makeup, and then you have the great mirror. Now, I love this. Here's your walk-in closet. It does have a very low light. I think they should do better with this lighting. It's not that bright, but you have your bathrobes, your slippers, your short hanging items. So that's 2 racks. We didn't need all the storage. But you could have 2 full racks, and then the long hanging storage, that's where you'll find your bathrobes, and then a number of drawers. So this is adequate storage for a long sailing. You'll also find a blanket, life jackets, and the safe. Just outside the closet is the temperature control. You basically can make it warmer or cooler. You don't get to set a temperature. The bed has outlets. If you saw my Celebrity Millennium review, you know how important that is to us. The bed itself was comfortable, but the pillows were awful. After requesting new pillows twice, we gave up. They were just really lumpy, didn't offer a lot of support. At the base of the bed, you'll find even more storage. This is 3 sets of shelves with closing doors. You get a bag to use to take around. Bring something to put on your bag so you know which bag is yours, because everyone is carrying those bags around. You have curtains on either side to close off the living room area. And then this is kind of your entertainment zone. So you have glassware up top. You can pre-order 2 bottles of hard liquor to your cabin. That's in your preferences. There's distilled water you can get, and then they refill these water bottles every day. I definitely recommend bringing your own water bottle so that you can take it to shore a little bit more easily and it won't spill. You have your bar accessories, and then down here is a customizable mini fridge. You can ask for what you would like inside. It's where they keep your ice bucket. We just wanted Coke, Sprites, beer, and soda, and then you also get a bottle of sparkling wine, or that actually was champagne, upon embarkation. There's a nice large sofa. I actually could lay all the way down. I'm 6 feet tall. There's a television. The television does move, which is nice. So you can watch it from bed, or you can watch it from the sofa without craning your neck. There's more storage on top of the TV and below it. So again, this is just a tremendous cabin when it comes to that. They gave us books, which I thought was interesting, a World Atlas and another book. So in case you need some extra reading, check above the TV. And then a table that you can use for your in-suite dining or your desk, depending on what part of the day it is. So let me show you what in-suite dining looks like. They come in and they fully set it up, tablecloths, proper salt and pepper shakers, butter. It is really lovely. And you can get the restaurant menu in your cabin, which is what we did. That's how we tried some of the restaurant options without going to the restaurant. So I highly recommend that if you want a more casual night. Heading out to the veranda, aka balcony, I do love that they had the footrest available. This decking does get quite warm, so you may want to just have a pair of flip-flops next to the door if you have sensitive feet. The balcony itself is pretty private. You can't see your neighbors. It is covered, so you can get a bit of shade depending on where the sun is, and you have those beautiful views. It can be opened if you do know the people next to you and you both agree. I took the forward set of elevators and stairs up to deck 10. So there is 2 more elevators and another set of stairs forward. Here on deck 10, there is an upper deck. This is what I was talking about earlier, where there was an area people just walked around in small circles just to be outside and walking. The bar is available. It serves everybody up here. It was open throughout the day. This is full sun, so keep that in mind. But this is a popular area to hang out during the evening deck parties and a great place if you do want to sun worship. Heading back into that midship spiral staircase, we're going to head to the aft of the ship, which is where the spa and fitness center are located. The spa services are not included, but the fitness center is. They had a number of classes that were included, especially stretch classing, yoga, Pilates. And then here's the fitness center. It has a number of free weights as well as cardio machines. I think it's a really good size for a 300 passenger ship. Out front, out back is where you're going to find the shuffleboard. So if you're looking for shuffleboard, you can find it all the way behind the fitness center. Coming around through the spa area, they have facials, massages. They also have a thermal suite area where you can buy a pass for the week. And then here's what a typical massage room looks like. I had a massage. It was very, very good. Heading back forward, you can see up on deck 11, there are some additional sofas and tables. That was a quite popular area. And now we're going to head all the way forward to deck 11 to the observation lounge. This was a great pre-dinner hotspot. They have live music and snacks in the evening. So here was our duo. They performed each evening. Great set of pre-dinner music, and then also later on in the evening. The observation lounge houses the afternoon tea. So they have a wonderful selection of tiny sandwiches and scones and sweets. And then if you go to a themed tea, they have a hot item. So this was the Parisian crepe. The chef was making them right up in the observation lounge. Heading up to deck 12 to the retreat. The retreat is this exclusive extra charge area. You can book a cabana. You can buy it for the entire sailing, or you can buy day passes. The pricing changes depending on it's a port or sea day, and you are booking a cabana. So this was an example of one. You get 2 chaise loungers, a living room area, a dining table, and chairs. In the center there's a whirlpool. It was pretty warm, but it wasn't too hot. You could still use it on the hot days. Inside the cabana, you have a television and you have headphones that you can wear so you don't disturb the other guests. So what do you think of the Seabourn Encore? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully you've been following along on my whole Asia trip, because we have one more video left.